Well, good morning, gentlemen, and how are you today? Now, I want to talk about a news item in the UK, where a 28-year-old Femon lost her life. Now, as the UK isn't a great big place, and is built up all over the place, just in my area alone, there are thousands and thousands of dog walkers, because there's just so many dogs around here. Some people have 3 dogs, some people have 4, but everybody nearly has 1 dog. And you can't go for a walk anywhere without meeting dog walkers. There doesn't seem to be any limit to how many dogs a person can own. Now, I have nothing against dogs. I do love black Labradors. They're the best. But these other designer breeds, because people buy dogs now as an accessory, not a pet, are generally unstable because they bred them for their looks. But I'll put a link to the story down below. This Femon, who was 28 years old, took 8 dogs for a walk. I think she was being paid to do it. But unfortunately, this Femon didn't know too much about dogs at all. We've all seen Femons treat their dogs like children. But dogs are domesticated, but they're not children. Especially when you get about 8 dogs together. Now they're a pack. And the pack needs a leader. Generally speaking, Femons aren't too great at controlling dogs. When I'm walking along and I see a Femon with a dog, a fairly large dog, I give them a wide berth. But for whatever reason, I guess one of the dogs attacked this Femon. And maybe a lot of them attacked her after that. And I don't think these were dangerous breeds or anything, but dogs are still wild animals inside, and the pack mentality took over. Apparently another Femon came to her rescue, but was bitten as well. But unfortunately, this 28-year-old who was taking them for a walk died. She obviously didn't know anything about dog walking, that many dogs. And I suspect there will be a few dogs that will be euthanized, if not all of them. There definitely has to be a limitation of how many dogs a person can have without a special license. It's become a real problem, as the dogs seem to outnumber the people, at least where I am. And there's vets popping up all over the place, because it's big money. And I believe people should have dogs if they have the room for the dog, so it can run. Well, the people around here don't have the room for dogs, so they have to take them for a walk probably twice a day, where they can find land without houses built on it. And of course, there's loads of dogs there, thousands of them. People can't even go out with their kids now. And although they're supposed to pick up the old poopy, there's loads of poop everywhere, especially if there's a bit of land with no houses on it. Dogs in the UK have become a very big business because they've forgotten about having a pet. They want an accessory. And a lot of these dogs are £1,500 or £2,000 or more. What type of life does a dog have in a flat or in an apartment block? And dogs bark, that's their nature. So the neighbours have to put up with the dog as well. The laws in the UK should change radically, especially after this Femon has lost her life. But there's been loads of attacks on little children as well, and some of them have lost their lives. I should imagine a lot of people listening to this live in a different country and have plenty of room for dogs. But the UK and generally in the built-up areas don't have. And I've got nothing against dogs. I think they're great. In fact, they're probably better than people. And the government should step in and make some new laws. Really harsh, changing laws. But the government and the council here are wet blankets. They're the usual virtual signalling but doing nothing. Anyway, what do you guys think? Let me know down below, would you? Whoa! Scared you, didn't I?